Sixth all-time on the single-season list of rushing touchdowns.
And partner, he now just sits one behind LaDainian Tomlinson's record of 28. We know LT's watching. We know he'd hate to lose his record, but we also understand he has great admiration for what this man's done, and he would be a worthy successor to the crown. LaDainian Tomlinson, one of the great players, one of the great people of the NFL.
Here's Bass now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run.
Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now it looks like he's in some discomfort after being tackled at the end of that return. Well, week 18, this is just when you hope everybody can get through the regular season healthy, but the medical staff is going to have to take a look here, and we'll step aside. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors. I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. 83 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Hall. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 1st downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
They'll give the Hall. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
He's into space past the 25. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On the option right, it's Jones. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2 yards the gain on the keeper, and it's 2nd down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Throwing, Jones. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. So a strong drive here to lead off this third quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we didn't put our best foot forward in the first half, but we certainly mean business now. Maybe a better term, a prove-it drive. They proved it to themselves that they were ready to go.
Extra point up and good by Folk. And that cuts the lead to 24-17. Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. Oh, some strong running. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bills offense and running back James Cook heading onto the field. And as you take a look at the numbers, you have to imagine he was the topic of the halftime talk for this defense. We've got to find a way to slow him down. That's probably what they're saying, but nothing that they have done has worked so far. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
He was brought down at the 26.
Now Allen. That is caught. He's going to have the first down and more than that. And down to the 29-yard line. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards.
That's good for a Bills first down. First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
Complete on the comeback route. That's Shakir. Now a stoppage here as we've got a Bill shaken up.